Hello, my sewing friends. This is Friday Sews. I'm Jen, and this is the sewing room where all the magic happens. And there was a lot of magic this week, so I'm going to dive right in and get straight to it. What I've been doing this past week, I'll tell you about that first. Well, I got a lot of stuff cut out again because I got to the end of everything I had already cut out and told you about last week. The first thing I did this week was alter a dress and a top. Well, I didn't alter the top. I altered the dress, shortened it, hemmed it for my daughter number 2, and then she had a little top that was too sheer and she wanted me to make a camisole for it that attached at the shoulders, so she wouldn't have to wear a camisole, she could just have it attached. And I said, okay, so I did that and then got that off in the mail to her. She should get it today. Then I started cutting more stuff out. This is Simplicity 1887. It is a favorite of my wonderful sweet friend Carole from Carole. She loves this pattern, and I thought, okay, well, if you love it, I'll give it a try. So I cut out the shorts, and then because I was on a roll, I cut out the skirt, this one. And so I cut the shorts out of a linen look that I have that I thrifted, and I'm not sure, it's a bottom weight. Don't know if it's actual fabric or if it's home deck fabric or what. I guess it's all it's all actual fabric. I got them kind of finished, all but the hem, and I have some problems with them, with the fit. So I'm gonna make some adjustments to those, and all I had was black elastic, and you can clearly see the black elastic. So I think I'm gonna have to get myself some white 3/4 inch elastic and make some changes, but they fit. So there's that. And then the skirt I'm going to make out of this denim, which I have a whole roll of it. I got it at the Scrap Exchange in Durham, North Carolina. I'm always talking about that place. I'm gonna go to that place soon. And it has a little bit of stretch, not much, but it has some, which is nice. And so this is the pocket. So I'm gonna make the skirt out of that. I need a denim skirt. So that's Simplicity 1887. I also cut out a muslin. And before I tell you about the muslins, let me tell you, you know how I'm always buying sheets and I'm making pretty things out of them. Sometimes I buy them and they're junk. So this is a junk sheet. So this I've been using for muslins. And I thought that was important to tell you because I'm always buying sheets and making things out of them. Not always. Well, I have this pattern. This is Simplicity 4675. It's from 2006, and don't know what happened there. It's factory folded and uncut, but the whole bottom part of the envelope is gone. So I love this, and you know what? I've got 2005 on here, so maybe it's 2005. Anyway, I love this, and I wanted to make it, and then I realized this is a 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, that won't work. I can't even remember when I was a size 12 the last time. I don't know. I want to make the green one. So I went on eBay and I found the right size. So when I looked at the finished measurements for all of these, it's a princess cut, or a princess seamed. Princess cut, wouldn't that be nice? It's a princess seamed bodice, and the finished measurements are just not very big. I mean, for the 12, I think it was 34.5. That's really small when it comes to a bust line. It's, allows for 2 inches of ease, I think, pretty much standard across the board for big 4 patterns, but I just thought that was too small. So I went ahead and I cut the 16, but I graded out to the 18 at the waist. This is a dropped waist, and I like that because that always works for me. So I cut just the bodice. I cut a muslin for that. So I'll put that together, see if it fits. If it does, I'll be good. Oh, I don't have any fabric that I want to use for that, or at least if I do, I can't remember what I said with it. I don't know. I have some ideas though, so that's okay. And then I have a dress that I am doing for a collab with Michelle from Michelle Sews Again. And we picked a dress that is put out by an indie company, and it's even on sale right now. Well, I don't have the pattern, and I don't want to spend the money for the pattern and then have to spend the money to have it printed, because I'm not going to tape together, thousands of pages. Okay, so I'm trying to copy it. So I initially got Simplicity 9113, which is in the books now because I got it just the other day, because this is the neckline of the dress that I'm going to make. And I need that neckline. But here's the problem. The back of this has a yoke and it has pleats. And I need it just to be kind of straight, like a t-shirt would be, but with this button front neckline. Okay, so here's what I came up with, because if I can't use patterns I already have, and I have 1,000 patterns, it's ridiculous. I need to be doing that. So Frankenstein it is. Wouldn't it be great if I could draft my own? That would be fantastic. This is Stitch and Save, McCalls 3480. It's from 2002. And I used this, but I only used the bodice. Basically, it's a t-shirt. So I used this, and then I found this that I had. And this, if you see, has that neckline. You can kind of see it here. And so I kind of used, this is Princess Seam, so it's too close cut for what I need. So I used that neckline and I kind of superimposed it onto this. And then I need a kind of an elbow length balloon sleeve. And I had this, which is a reprint of a pattern, ancient vintage pattern. And this one is from 2017. It's a collection of sleeves. And it says on the instructions that it will fit any Simplicity pattern. Well, I'm assuming probably any McCall's pattern too. So I'm going to use this sleeve, but I'm not going to cut it that way because that's cut in a way that where it kind of draws up right here. And I don't want that. I want it to just go straight. And it's just a little elastic sleeve. Well, maybe not elastic. I think this one has a cuff, but I'm just going to use elastic. So that was interesting. And it's all in here. And I cut a muslin. So we'll see if this works. Hopefully it will. If it doesn't, if it gets to be too much of a problem, then I'll just buy the pattern and have, do that. So that's all the stuff earlier this week. Currently on my cutting table is this. This is McCall's 4824, which is a Laura Ashley pattern. I made the jumpsuit for my daughter. It only needed snaps, or that's what I thought. So I put the snaps on, and I now remember why snaps are, you know what, it's anybody's guess as to whether they're gonna stay on, and one of them I messed up, but okay, too bad, it's just gonna have to do. This is so cute on her, and she's tried it on already, and I hadn't finished it. I needed to put the snaps on. And then I realized, I was getting ready to wrap it up, and I realized that she wanted the legs hemmed in such a way that they were normally on the pattern. They're gathered into a cuff, but she wanted little ties on the edge of the cuff. So I thought, shoot. So that's what I'm working on right now. Well, speaking of her and Box, I also decided yesterday that I was going to pull out some things for her to make for her to send to her. So here's what I pulled out. Remember, she is 21 weeks pregnant, and so she's just going to get bigger as November approaches when the baby's due. Okay, I've got Butterick Fast and Easy 5981. This was before they put dates on them. And I want to make her the caftan because, wow, did you see that lightning? The monsoon is about to start. We have an afternoon monsoon every day. So lounging around the house, I just really liked the way that it had these ties on the sleeves. So I have this microfiber sheet, which will keep her warm because, golly, I think that lightning's far away because there was a fair amount of time between the lightning and the thunder. That's how you can tell how far it is. You go 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, yeah. So I think this is gonna work great because it's such a pretty sheet. And don't you wanna lounge around in a sheet making you feel like you're already in bed? Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. She picked this out when she was shopping with me at Joann's one time. McCall 7902. I think this is still in the books. It's from 2019. She likes this one, and I was thinking if I could lengthen it to a tunic, then it would really work because it's empire waisted. I thought she would, you know, really be able to wear that and feel comfortable in it. And I've got another microfiber sheet, but this is the perfect weight for this, and I think it's really going to be cute. My only hesitation with this is the buttons down the front, because they kind of look like button loops instead of, you know, the two pieces of bodice overlapping. So I don't know, I'll see about that. Next up, I've got Marcy Tilton 9108 Vogue, and when I made this, I loved it, and I think that it's very suited to her like place in life. Like, this is perfect for maternity wear. It's just a jumper, this is, and then they show it with leggings. The pattern includes leggings, a t-shirt, and two options for the back of the jumper slash pinafore slash apron, call it whatever you like. I'm not going to color block it all out, except for maybe the bottom band. I'm not even sure about that. I'm going to make it out of this, because I have this and I haven't used it, and I got it a long time ago, and it's just been sitting, and I thought, oh, that's just cute, and that might be kind of fun. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe she'll hate it. If she does, then I'll wear it. And then the last one is Butterick 5954. This is from 2013. And she sent me a TikTok about patterns for pirates. They have this same top. And someone on TikTok had said, this is great for nursing. And having nursed 5 babies, yes, it is, because, you know, you don't want to have to finagle and, you know, get undressed in order to nurse your baby. So this is just made in such a way with the wrap that it would be simple to, you know, do that. So I was thinking I would make her the short-sleeved one, and then maybe the long-sleeved one later, after, you know, because the baby's due right around Thanksgiving, and American Thanksgiving in November, and so it'll be winter where she is while she's nursing. I have this double brushed poly. I think I got it at Joann's a while ago. I'm not sure, but probably I did, because they are a good source for double brushed poly. And it's just pretty, and I thought, oh, that'll work for that. I was afraid it wouldn't be heavy enough, but I think it will be. So that's all the stuff that I pulled out for her. I have 2 more things, but I will tell you about them in a fabric haul. Okay, so in the coming week, one thing I want to see if I can do. I mean, obviously I have a lot to do, and I want to get these things in the mail because I want her to be able to wear them now. One thing I want to do is try grading up. I love this dress. I really want to make this dress. It's vintage. McCalls 2502. It is from 1986. But I love this. I love that shawl collar. I love the dropped waist. I love the flouncy skirt. I really want to make this. This is a size 10 pattern. I have a book on fitting, pattern alteration, that kind of thing, and I think I can do it. So I'm going to give it a try. We will see. I don't know. I make no promises, either to you or to myself, that I will be able to accomplish this, but I'm going to give it a try. I've got my junk sheet so I can make a muslin, and I'm hoping that I can do it. I think I maybe can. Yes, think positive. Be confident. I need Maddie from Maddie Sews around because she's so confident. Oh, God, I love that woman. Okay, this week's question is, just how many projects are in that UFO box of yours? Think about that for a minute. Do you just kind of run from the room crying, or do you just cringe? I'm cringing. This isn't as bad as I thought it was, but I'll go through it really quick and tell you what's in here. First up is this. I worked on this actually this week, last weekend. This is this pattern. It's Vogue 8952. No, did not work. What a mess. So this is finished. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have this. I've talked about this. This is Vogue 9586. I feel like it's the wrong fabric for this pattern, but it's already cut out, and I didn't have anything to do in church last Sunday, so I stuck it in my purse with my seam ripper, and I told my former pastor husband, I'm just going to work on this week as I sit here. And you know what? I could pay attention so much better. I can tell you right now what that sermon was about, and most of the time I can't because I can't pay attention. I think it's an ADHD thing. This is a refashion. It's a man's shirt that I don't, not even going to bother. This is a dress. It's another refashion. Just needs my attention and creativity, but I have not had any of that to give to this. This is linens, which is why I like it. This is a skirt. I just kind of lost all sense of, I don't know. Now that lightning was close. This is a refashion. I turned a sundress that was too big into a skirt, and the back waistband of the skirt is made from the shearing that used to be on the sundress. Okay, so there's that. This is another refashion, and I think that the waistband is just too big, so it just needs to be made smaller. This is a dress that I loved, that I thrifted, and I took it apart because I want to copy it, and I don't know when that's ever going to happen. This is Simplicity 8594. I made it. This is from 2018. I think this might still be in the books. I made it out of this pin cord, and I made this view, and the sleeves were a mess. So I'm not even sure where the sleeves are. I don't know. Anyway, so that's in there. And let's see, I have a silk dress that I took apart, refashion. Yeah, that's not ever gonna happen. Then I have more spare pockets. Yeah. This is a dress that I made for McKenna one year for Christmas. Man, that's been a while ago. And it didn't fit her, and I was gonna make it smaller, and that didn't happen. Oh, there's the waistband for that skirt. And then this is a tragedy. This is Vogue 1251. It is from 2011. It is, who? Rebecca Taylor. It's a Rebecca Taylor. Well, I changed this up because I loved the style lines. Changed it up, flared the skirt, made it sleeveless, made it out of a calico cotton, lined it with a rayon, I think it's actually lining, and I love it. I had to go to a lot of trouble because the way that the armhole was cut, I needed to take some out of it, so I ended up taking it apart, putting darts in the armholes, and then I didn't like the way it fit in the front. I marked it. I haven't had the heart to take it apart yet, so yeah, that's another UFO. And that is the end. See, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, it could be a lot worse. So that's my UFO box. Tell me what's in your UFO box. Just how bad is it? Are you running from the room crying, or are you cringing, or are you going, oh, there's nothing in my UFO box? Like, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Yeah. So anyway, that is Friday SEWS for this week. As always, I love talking to you in comments, so let's talk there, have a chat. And if you ever want to have a look at all of my Friday SEWS from Fridays past, have a look right over here. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and I will leave you with this. One of my favorite scriptures is always on this end screen, and it is this. Walk humbly with your God. The whole scripture says, do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. That's what I want to do every day, and I hope you do too.